What's up, guys? CHAMPDOGZ here with another Madden video. This video here is Zone Beater. This is how to beat the zone. A lot of people have been asking me, hey, how do you beat the zone in ranked matches online? I'm going to go ahead and go into practice mode and show you some stuff. This is an all Madden against the Seahawks, one of the best defenses in the game and in real life football. So we're going to go ahead and practice against them. Now, everybody knows against the zone, what works well is the draw plays, the draw running plays, and the screen passes. So along with the screen passes and the draw plays, what else can you do? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the formula, and once you learn this formula, very simple, you'll be able to manipulate different formations to get the end result. But once you know this formula, you'll be able to do different stuff with it along with your draws and along with your screen passes. But it's up to you to figure out if they're in man or in deep zone. But if they're in zone, deep zone, cover 2, cover 3, whatever zone they're in, it's up to you to figure out if they're in zone or in man. Most of the Madden community, about 95% of them run zones, so you should have no problem going against a zone defense. First formation out of the shotgun is the bunch tight end, and I'm going to go ahead and show you the formula to beating the zone. Now this formula is what you need. I want to focus on this play right here, the mesh play. You see how it has a corner route? The corner route is going to be your key because it's going to work well against the zone and even man, actually. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the formula. The basic formula to beating a zone is levels. You need one high, one medium, and one short. So you have 3 levels to pull the safeties, to pull the linebackers, to pull the corners. So here is the formula. I'm going to go ahead and audible one guy over to the left, and I'm going to send him on a streak. Now the inside guy, I'm going to put him on a zig. Now the zig works better than just the basic out route because it sucks the corner and the cornerback and the linebacker in. You see we have the long guy, which is the far guy. We have the medium guy, which is our target, and we have the short guy. So we have deep, medium, and short. So that's the 3 levels right there. That's the basic formula to beating the zone. And we're going to go ahead and throw it to square on the corner route. And you see how the zag just, see how he just zigged and he pulled in the corner and the linebacker. That's why I chose zig over the basic out route. So we're going to go ahead and just audible this guy over to the left, and we'll get somebody going deep. Our target is going to be the middle guy, and we're going to send somebody short, and we'll put him on a zig, not an out route, just a regular zig route. And you're going to see how he sucks in the corner and the linebacker to leave square wide open. You see he pulls them both in. But now you see this doesn't just beat the zone, but you beat it successfully. You beat it very good and throw it far and rip them for a big chunk of yards. The next formation I want to focus on is the empty Y slot. Now the empty Y slot, what we want to mess with here is the double pivot. Now the double pivot is great. You don't have to do anything to it. This formation is good. Now you don't have a draw, but you do have shotgun formations with a wide receiver screen, which you can do. But this double pivot is really good. You don't have to do anything to it. You can just run it the way it is. Just figure out when they're in zone and you throw it, you see wide open, nice chunky yards. And that's basically how you're going to run this. You're going to run this play just straight out the way it is. And the good thing about this play is that every once in a while you can fool them with the wide receiver screen, and you can also switch the play to get yourself a corner route. And the corner route, we already know the formula. It's a different formation, but we know the formula. So you have to send someone deep. Our target's going to be the corner route in the middle, and we'll have somebody short. So we'll send the farthest guy out deep and the inside guy on the zig. I like it that way because it works a lot better. If you try to reverse it, it doesn't work as well. So always have the outside guy going deep. And you're going to see he's going to suck in the corner and the linebacker wide open, nice chunky yards. And this is how you beat the zone successfully. You mix this in with like I said, your draw plays, your screen plays, and you run these type of plays. And these corner routes are good against man also if they're not in zone. But if they're in zone, they work great. And if you're having a hard time beating the zone, this is how you do it. And you try stuff like this. Once you get this formula down, you should be okay. Every once in a while you pop over that screen. Just make sure that that safety is wide off, because if he's not, it could get intercepted. The next one I want to go into is the flip trips. Now the flip trips is another good formation, and I want to focus on the deep fork. Now you have all the tools that you need here. You have a screen, you have a draw, you have a running back, so you can do a lot more things. You have the three guys to one side. So once you figure out that it is a zone, you can hit them with a draw. And this formation, like I said, you want to keep them guessing a bit too, so you know they'll catch on to you sooner or later. That's why you use the different formations to manipulate it. Now this one, we're not going to go with the corner route unless he's in man, but we're going to go with the O, which is the circle button. And he's just going to go on like he's going to audible in, and he's going to cut out, and he'll be wide open. And you can see that's a good play, because if he's playing zone, you have him open. If they're playing man, you have the corner route open. You have the screen. This screen here looks just like the play you just ran, so you can fool the guys pretty good. If he switches over and tries to cover that spot himself, you're gonna have the screen wide open to the opposite side and a nice chunk of yards. Again, screen and draw plays beat the zone every time. And once you get that formula, now this is the most devastating, is the tight formation. Everybody who plays Madden is familiar with the tight formations, and the play I want to focus on is the mesh play. Now the mesh play is crucial, because if you don't know whether they're playing zone or man, you can always test it with this. Now you're not going to get a chunk of yards with this play just the way it is, but it's a safe play, and you have all the stuff that you need to keep going and keep a drive going. Just to show you, you don't know they're in man, you see they're in zone, not many yards, but it's a safe play, and you figured out what they're playing. And now the best play in this formation is the curl weak flood out of this tight formation. And you see you have the corner out, you already have a guy going deep. So with this formation, we're not going to put the guy on a zig, we're just going to put him on a regular out, because the way the formation is set, once you move him over, he could get caught up behind the lineman. So we don't want that. We want him to have a clean break as soon as I say hike and I snap the ball. But we should get the same result. We have the formula down here, and squares open. And you see he's a little bit covered, but it still worked great. It still worked successful, and you got a nice chunk of yards for it. So not only are you just beating the zone, but you're having good success against the zone. And again, out of this formation, you have a draw play, you have the corner routes, you have your mesh, which is your tester to test if they're in zone or man. Now if they're in man, you can just run it straight and hit the corner route, but if they're not, you can just do different variations like this. I'm just freestyling right now, and I have the basic formula, and you can see he's not totally wide open, but he's good enough wide open because I used the formula, which is the 3-step formula. Another good formation is the tray open offset. Now the tray open offset, this play, the Y shallow cross, you don't have to do anything to it. It's another good play. This is when they're so used to you hitting the corner route, you come, you hit this, they're gonna think you're hitting the corner route. You don't have to do anything to it, and just hit circle right open over the middle. But again, it's up to you to figure out if they're in man coverage or zone. Hope this video helps you in online rank matches. Thanks for watching, guys. Later.